Hey guys, how are you? It's Amanda here. So this is actually now the second video. So you guys probably just watched the one where I announced that I'm pregnant. So this video is gonna be about what we did to get pregnant. Only because it did happen in the first month. So, everybody is probably wondering what we did. So here it is. Just to start off, we didn't do nothing special at all. So, we did no pre-seed, nothing like that. We didn't track our ovulation. We didn't use OPKs. We didn't do none of that stuff. No basal body temperature, nothing at all. Nothing. So, really what I did was, I did some research on ways that I can tell, that I'm ovulating without using any of that stuff. So I found out that I can track my cervix and my CM and things like that to see where it's going. And it's a good thing too, because then you know your own body. So I wanted to get to know my own body. So then that's what happened. And so I actually had my period on the 10th of July. I got it. And then I finished on the 15th. So basically what we did is when I finished my period, so starting on the 15th, all we did was BD'd every other day. So nothing very special. All we did was BD'd every other day from the day that I finished my period. I did have a little bit of trouble actually because close to when I ovulated, I started spotting. Now, I don't know where that's from. I don't know if because maybe I didn't finish my period all the way and then, it started but it was weird because it started like a week and a half after my period finished. So that lasted about maybe, I don't know, it came probably on the 21st. And then it ended on the 23rd, and it was just spotting, and then the blood internally, it wouldn't fall out or anything. It wouldn't be on my underwear. I'm sorry, it's TMI. But so it was really weird for me. I was getting worried, and I actually got discouraged, and I thought, oh my God, okay, so this month is completely out because I completely missed what I thought was my most, the 3 days that were actually most fertile to me that I actually ovulated. So I got a little bit concerned about that. And I actually did go to the doctor for it and things like that. He said that it could be because my AF didn't finish properly and then, a week later it was just spotting. Or it could be, and I actually researched it, that it could be ovulation bleeding. So I don't know. Obviously, we didn't BD during that time, which was the 3 days, because, that would just be disgusting. So that's what happened. So I got really worried that things wouldn't happen for us that month because of that, which I think turned out to be good, because, yeah. So we did it every other day. Of course, not once we hit the 21st, I think. Then we didn't do it for the 21st, the 22nd, and the 23rd, which I think I ovulated on the 23rd only because I had the high fertile CM. No, actually, with the thing, I did have that little stretchy, watery, slippery CM. But then on the 24th is when I actually had the really, really sticky, the stretchy, the egg white that they refer to as egg white. And literally it stretched between my fingers like this much. So yeah, it was a clear white and a little bit cloudy on the inside. So I knew for sure, you know what, let's get going. This is the day. So then I did it on the 24th. And then after that, we weren't really counting. We probably did it on the 26th again. And then after that, it didn't really matter because I knew that I was done ovulating. My fertile time was over. I was dry, and things like that. And my cervix started closing a little bit. So I knew then. And then, you know what? We just BD'd whenever. It wasn't related to baby making anyway. But yeah, so that's what we did. So it was weird. It was shocking. and excited. I think that because I follow so many YouTube moms, I follow so many TCCers, and it usually takes a while. It usually takes 6 months to a year, and things like that. So I didn't think it was gonna happen that fast. I call it my first month, but technically, we did start last cycle, because when we decided to start trying for a baby, I was already on the 14th day of my cycle. And because I was a newbie, I was new to that whole ovulating thing, they say that usually you ovulate 14 days after your period. So, it's 14 days after your period. So, we actually BD'd that day that we actually we're talking about having, and trying for a baby. And then we just kind of took it from there, when clearly it was too late, because I had to soon find out that I don't have a regular 28-day cycle. I have a 26-day cycle. So I don't ovulate on the 14th day after. And hardly, that really applies to hardly anybody, because it's different for every woman. So for me, I think that I ovulate about the 11th, 12th type of day of my cycle. So I'm different. So I don't count that cycle, only because I was already too late. It was done. It was finished. It didn't happen. So that's why I feel sometimes like I felt discouraged, because it didn't happen that month, but obviously, clearly, I know why. Was because it was already too late, and I already had ovulated when we decided. So I have been, crazy obsessed with this for about a good 2 months now, and things like that. So it just felt like so draining and so long for me, having 2 months to, kind of being obsessed with the idea, and kind of always being on YouTube. And I actually go on this site called the 2 Week Wait, which is awesome if you're trying to conceive, because I think I stalked that website for real. For real, you guys. So that was a big help. I actually posted my story I think 2 days ago, once I found out. So that's that. I think it's it's like 2 days ago, maybe on the Tuesday or the Wednesday, maybe. So yesterday or 2 days ago. And I think it's titled Big Fat Positive. So BFP on the first month of trying or something. So go and check that out if you'd like. I'm not going to get too much into the symptoms of my 2 week wait, as there was was a lot, and this video would take forever if I'd go into every little thing. Basically, the major things that I said that kind of stood out to me were, well, I did have some dreams that I had a baby and it was a girl and all that good stuff, but I didn't really relate it to a symptom, only because I thought that it was only in my head. It was me dreaming about it, only because I was just thinking about it so much. So that was that. The things that did stand out for me was the occasional pulling and tugging in my uterus type of thing, the shocks. I also experienced the vaginal wall cramps. So that was very weird for me. The walls of your vagina, I had cramping there. How weird. So that's what happened. I actually did start noticing a mother's line, which they call, the correct term, I believe, is like linea negra. So that, and it goes from my belly button all the way down to my vagina. I'm sorry, it's a TMI, but that's how it is. So that's that, and I did start to notice it getting darker. So that was a kind of weird thing for me. After a while, I noticed that, because it's most common in darker people. So after a while, I didn't think that it was related to pregnancy. I thought it was because of the sun and all that kind of stuff, and because I'm just originally a little tan. So now that obviously I found out that I'm pregnant, I do look back and say, okay, that's related to pregnancy. I had actually fatigue, But the day that I had a lot of fatigue was the day that I went over with my family and we went swimming and all that. So I don't know if the fatigue was related to swimming. All I know is I passed out in the middle of the day, and I never take naps at all during the day. So that was that. I had insomnia towards the end. I couldn't sleep properly. So, I was waking up all the time to use the bathroom. I don't know if it's because of the increase in water or if I was drinking too much water, but all I know is I never get up that many times to use the bathroom. So that's also a major thing that I realized. What else? Yeah. So there's just a bunch of things, but those were the major things. I also had sore boobs. I had a stabbing pain in my right boob. I'm sorry for the TMI, but that's how it is. And the thing that was really weird for me was only the fact that I usually have sore breasts, like maybe a week before my period starts. And they're like severe sore boobs. They get swollen, they get big, they get heavy, they get really sensitive. They get hard, like around the sides, and everything hurts. When I take off my bra, it hurts. When I'm lying down, it hurts. So everything is off, okay? Like a week before I'm supposed to expect my period. Now this time, during my 2-week wait, I had it way earlier than a week before. And I had, first I was experiencing pain and sensitivity behind my nipples. Sorry, TMI again. And around my nipples. And then it would go away. And then only as I got closer, it would get a little bit sore. But then it would go away the next day. Or it was heavy, but then it would totally go away. And I would not, only last like a couple of minutes. And that's okay. So I hardly had any sore breasts or anything like that. So that was a little off for me, only because, I always have sore boobs. So for the fact that I didn't have it most of the time was weird for me. And the fact that I had it on and off, I was suspecting some things like that. Also, what led me to believe, okay, you know what, I think I am so pregnant, only because I usually experience cramps 2 to 3 days before my period. And I didn't, sorry for the sniffing, guys. I think I'm coming with like a cold or something, which I don't know why. It's the middle of summer and it's boiling hot. But, so usually 2 to 3 days before my period, I experience heavy duty cramps and back pain. So I didn't have that. And then I missed my period and I didn't feel like I was getting my period. And then that's when I tested and I tested positive. So, that's how it kind of led me to suspect that I'm pregnant. So that's that for you. I think next I'm going to be doing a baby buys video because my best friend is actually pregnant and she's due October 22nd and her baby shower is this Saturday. So I'm going to show you guys the things that I've got in for her so far for her baby shower. She's having a boy. So look out for that next video, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye, guys. Also, since we're here, I'll show you my belly for my 4-week, just so that you guys can see where I'm starting from. And then when I do my 5-week update, we'll start from there. So this is my body where I'm starting from the beginning of my pregnancy. So I'm going to see if you guys can see. I don't think you guys can. So if you guys just hold on for 1 minute. I'm sorry about that. So, I apologize, guys, about this. So, let's see if this works. And if you guys can see that. Can you guys see that? I'll just move this back. Oops. So, this is where I'm starting. So, this is at 4 weeks and 3 days pregnant. So that's that, guys. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.